Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, rate, subscribe, folks. Comment, rate, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone to just watch, like, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Oh boy, this Jamal Adams situation is going haywire right now. It is going haywire right now, isn't it, huh? I bet you folks wish you would have traded him like I said we should have, huh? I bet you wish he got traded. Now, don't you? But before we get into talking about Jamal Adams, I want you folks to go to the description down below. Have a couple other YouTube channels I've created. I'm going to start doing a couple of different things on this platform. I'm going to start doing some reactions, some gaming stuff as well. I have a gaming channel down there. Also have a Twitch down there. I'm going to start on Twitch too. I'm going to play some NBA 2K, Madden, GTA 5. I have other games, for the Wii as well. So I want to game. I want to interact with you folks. I want you folks to talk to me, while I'm gaming. I want to go back and forth. I want to talk about everything. Life. If you want to talk about the Jets, that's fine. We can talk about the Jets, whatever. So get down there, subscribe to all those channels. There's a sports channel down there as well. I'm not going to abandon this channel. I will still post on this channel, but I want to start another sports channel too because I might start talking about other things outside of just the Jets and sports as well. So subscribe to those YouTube channels down there, and please, again, go to my Twitch, hit that follow button, turn on your notifications for that as well. Again, I'm going to start on those channels fairly soon. I'm still trying to kick out some of the kinks, so give me some time. But again, if you follow me on Twitter as well at YoungJ000, that's going to be down there in the description too. I'll tweet and go back and forth with you folks about that. But again, I'm trying to kick out some of the kinks, so just give me a little bit of time. I'm working on it. But man, that Twitch channel, all that stuff, I got a lot of plans. So please just stick with me, folks. And again, follow and subscribe to those channels down there. So I want to thank you folks for doing that as well. But with all that, kind of put to the side, Jamal Adams. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me tell you something. We should have traded him. And I told y'all and I warned you. I did warn. I'm telling you, I warned people for months about this. I warned you. And I said, listen, we need to move on from him. I've been saying that for months. I've been saying it for months since the end of the season. It was me and like a couple other guys that were on that boat of gotta get rid of Adams. I'm talking, we were on a speedboat. Just, oh man, I'm telling you, people was chasing us. They was in my mentions. They was getting after me. I'm just trying to be on a speedboat. I'm ducking. They throwing rocks at me. I'm ducking. Oh, well, look at what we have here. Put those rocks away, my friend. Put those pitchforks away. You guys aren't coming after us now all crazy now, are you? Because you're seeing what's up. Let's start with what kind of started this off, because I want to rev it back. I want to rev it back. I'm not going to smash it in people's faces. I'm going to keep it real. I want to start. We all know Jamal has been upset, has not been happy about the contract situation for quite some time. He wasn't happy about when they, quote unquote, shopped him before the trade deadline. We all know he said some things. The fan base kind of erupted then when he said those things. But we also have known that as of recent, particularly after the draft, even during free agency, where there were things leaking from him and his camp, things he was saying where he wants to get paid now. He wants the money right now, and he is not playing. Okay, he said multiple things. He's even alluded to wanting to be traded. He said that. Okay, this is not the first time he's asked for a trade. This is just this is the most boldest time. But so recently he had an IG kind of conversation back and forth with somebody. I'm not going to read the whole message. It's a long message, but basically he was saying, listen, I'm trying to be a good guy, but when, I'm a great player, but when I ask to get paid, people are acting like, oh, I'm just that guy now, like I'm being selfish and, like I'm not, being the team guy. I'm asking to get paid. I feel like I've outperformed my contract. You need to pay me, basically. And at the end of the message, he just basically said, listen, I got to protect myself. And maybe it's time to move on, right? So that's what he says in the IG message. At the end of the message, he said, maybe it's just time for me to move on. That got people in an uproar because yet again, it's something else coming from Jamal. I mean, he's been doing a lot of different stuff, talking about the Cowboys. He's done that before. Retweeting Cowboys players, big upping them constantly. Okay, we kind of gave that a pass, but then the IG message comes and people are like, come on, man. Come on, Maul. Like, we just, just work with us. I'm sure they're gonna give you a deal. You don't need to come out and say these things, so on and so forth. Then, like a couple hours later, he turns around and officially, formally requests to be traded from the New York Jets. Fans are livid. They're livid because he's asking to go. I'm not surprised. I'm not. I'm not surprised he's asking to be traded because I told y'all that we should have traded him before. I was on that speedboat, okay? I'm looking around, I'm on the boat, people are throwing stuff at me. I said that we should trade him because one, we shouldn't be paying him the type of money he's asking for. Everyone's just saying, well, just pay Maul. Just give him the cash. Give him what he's asking for. This dude is asking for real big money. Listen, as much as I love Jamal Adams, and I do, he's a great player. He's a safety. This dude wants upwards. The reports are that he wants upwards into $20 million a season as a safety. He wants $20 million. He's even said himself he doesn't just view himself as a safety. He said that. Right now, I think the safety that's making the most money in the league per year right now, I think it's Eddie Jackson. I want to say Jackson's making like 14.6 or something like that, maybe 15 million. You're talking about literally resetting the safety market and paying, $5 to $6 million more than anybody else in the league. Are you serious? That's insane. This team is not. We don't have enough. We don't have enough talent on this team to be overpaying a safety like that. We don't. We really don't. We don't have enough talent to do that. Our offense is in need of that type of capital and cash to be put into it. I don't understand why people are talking about paying him like that because it's just not necessary. And outside of the fact of just the type of money he wants, we have control of him for the next like 2 to 3 years. Why would you give him that money now? And if you do that, guess what? It sets a precedent. Because if you do that for Jamal, won't just apply for Jamal. Other players, they'll start looking at that and going, oh, well, if Jamal got it, then when my time comes, I'm going to start asking for more money before my contract is up too. I'm going to start asking for way more money. That sets a bad precedent. That's bad business. That's bad business. We have no business doing that. None at all. And then he comes out with a list of teams that he wants to play for. That gets leaked. Well, it's the Cowboys, the Ravens, the Texans, the Chiefs, the Eagles, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. These are all contenders. And then another report leaks that if we send him to one of those teams, he's willing to forego, begging them to give him an extension immediately. He's willing to forego that. He'll chill for these teams that he wants to go to, but he won't chill for us. That tells you, dog, he don't want to be here. And I know some of y'all don't want to hear that because y'all love Jamal Adams and y'all are super emotional about him. He don't want to be here. He don't. We are in a situation right now, and we all know what's going on in the world with, the disease that's kind of floating around. There's a chance that the NFL cap could be greatly impacted by that because the attendance might be down. There might not be any attendance at all. If there's a football season, they might not allow fans in the building to watch these games. That is going to greatly impact the earning potential of the NFL. That's going to greatly impact the cap. This dude wants big money when we're dealing with a pandemic out here. That could greatly impact where we stand financially in the future. Why would you ask for that in this time? Why would you already have a list of teams that you want to go to? Why would you be all right with foregoing, immediate extension talk with those teams as long as we send you there, but you won't forego that with us because he don't want to be here? I have truly come to the conclusion that with Jamal Adams, it's not just about money, dog. It's not. He wants to win. And I know that he feels like we're not set up to win. Not as quickly as he wants to. So to me, it's one or two choices. Either you grossly overpay him to be here and lose, or you trade him to a team where he feels like he can get those W's. That's it. That's it. And if you Joe Douglas, you're put in a real tough position. Because you can, and I know a lot of fans are talking about, hey, we should just stand firm and make him miserable here. I understand what you're saying. I get it. I know some fans just want to dig into the sand and, just rip him limb from limb right now. But you got to set that aside, and you got to think a little bit more logically. If you can get rid of Jamal Adams right now, where he won't be a locker room distraction, right? He won't do something stupid to bring his value down, his trade value down, because he could easily do these things. He could easily do some things to bring his trade value down. And you can cut out the circus, get rid of him now. Get rid of him now. Like I said, the best option that we had was getting rid of him before the draft, because that would have brought immediate capital, and we could have used that on our offense. Great point, CeeDee Lamb sitting right there. And we could have had him on this team. If we would have traded Jamal Adams to the Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb would be a New York Jet right now. And we could have probably had more, because they probably would have given us at least one mid-round pick. At least one. You got to get rid of him. You got to. You can't keep a dude around that is openly coming out telling you he does not want to play for you, and openly coming out saying he wants to shop himself. You can't keep this dude on this team. You can't. You can't allow this dude to go in and become a distraction. You cannot do that. And I do not want to have him here sitting in a corner being miserable. I won't want to do that, because guess what? I have a franchise quarterback that I've been making miserable as well, in Sam Darnold. I've been getting him hit. I've been giving him no weapons. I've been putting him in a piss poor position to be able to make plays. And if I can get Jamal Adams out of here today, so that I can somehow benefit my quarterback, whether it be making a trade with those picks for the upcoming season, or taking that into the draft next year and doing what I need to do to help this kid, my franchise quarterback, out, I'm doing that immediately. I'm doing that immediately. And that's where I think that some people are losing sight. Some fans love Jamal Adams so much, they're so attached to him, they're completely detached from the franchise quarterback that we have. That is insane. That's insane. You can bring up every stat in the book about Jamal Adams. Oh, he's an all-pro this year. He did that. We went 7-9. I think since he's been here, we've been 16-32, I think it is, with him. 16-32. We've been losing with him, dog. And we can lose without his ass. I love Jamal to death. I think he's a great player. He's a great safety. He's a great safety. Some of you get it confused with the numbers. You think he's a pass. He's not a pass rusher. He is a safety. He's a safety. And I love him to death. And I'll jettison and get his ass out of here as soon as possible to benefit this offense that was ranked dead last in the league last year. Dead last. We drafted Sam Darnold. We gave up a whole bunch of capital to get him in here, and we've been putting him in the worst situations possible to succeed. We've done so little to help him. It's been insane. It is time for us to move forward, and it is time for us to trade Jamal Adams. And I was screaming this before the draft, and I'm going to keep screaming it. And he's made it a whole lot easier now. A whole lot easier. And I want to see what Joe Douglas is going to do. I want to see. Because the last thing that I want to see them do is keep this dude around and allow him to drive his trade market down with just the circus that he could bring. Because if he's already doing this now, dog, he ain't going to stop. He ain't going to stop. So I want you folks to comment down below. I want to know what you folks think. I want to hear from you. I want to get your thoughts on Jamal Adams. How do you feel about the way he's handling the situation? What would you do as the general manager of the Jets? Would you just try to pay him? Would you trade him? If you would trade him, what type of capital do you think you can get back for him? What's the least amount of capital you would take for Jamal Adams? Because This is crazy. It's completely crazy. So please comment down below. I love going back with you folks in the comments. Let me know what you folks think. Let me know how you folks feel. I want to thank you folks for watching again. Please comment, rate, subscribe. You folks have a good one. Peace.